hashtag replay. And before we begin, I'm going to have to say something that needs to be said. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie was trash. Whoever comes back and watches this, I need to warn you on how bad that movie was. That was one of the worst things I saw all year. I wasted my money. And I don't typically say that, but that was the time I was like, man, I wish I could get my money back because that was trash. But that's besides the point. You guys are here because once again, I'm still arguing my case. We're on episode 5 of me arguing my case on why Luffy is in fact the One Piece. So without further delay, everybody, let's jump right on in. This is episode 5. Laugh Tale names itself. This is what this means, y'all. Odin chose Laughtale as Final Island's name on purpose, not for comedy, but for mythological and symbolism. Let's break this down. Part 1. Laughtale equals the tale that makes you laugh. Odin confirmed the name means a story that makes you burst into laughter. This instantly tells us that the treasure is tied to joy, not sorrow. The emotion reaction is laughter, not power. The meaning of the treasure generates joy. This matches one character and one mythological figure perfectly. Nika, the warrior of liberation, the god of joy and laughter. So the final island, the final identity, share the same energy. Part 2. Roger's laugh at Laugh Tale wasn't random, it was symbolic. Rogers laughed because he understood a cosmic joy. He understood a Joy Boy's failure and promise. He realized that the world's history was absurdly tragic and hopeful. He saw that the world would change through laughter, not conquest. The same laughter that would hears when Luffy awakens Nika. Luffy's laughter is not ordinary. It is the liberation laughter the ancient world recognizes, meaning Roger laughed because he saw the silhouette of Nika in the final answer, the same energy that Luffy carries, y'all. Luffy and Roger need each other. Always remember that. Part 3. Luffy is literally built to be the laugh tale. This is the core. Nika equals joy. Laughter, freedom, the one who brings smiles. Luffy shares all this. He laughs in every crisis. He makes his enemies laugh unintentionally. His Gear 5 form forces joy upon the world. His personality is the embodiment of joy and liberation. A walking, breathing, laughing tale. The living energy of the final island. The same emotion reaction Roger had upon the final One Piece. Luffy produces the same reaction in people. How y'all doing for joining in? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Part 4. The One Piece was created to make the world laugh again. Because the world in the One Piece, y'all, kind of, I wouldn't want to live there. If y'all do, y'all have fun. Make sure y'all like. If y'all coming in, like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all coming in, like. The One Piece was created to make the world laugh. According to Rayleigh, Odin, and Roger himself, the treasure is meant to make the world laugh. The final is meant to make the world laugh. The final moment is meant to be joy. The world's dawn is tied to laughter. Joy Boy is named Joy for a reason. So what does this world mean for the final war? Not just a fight or a symbol of joy. The symbol is Luffy. Equals Joy Boy equals the One Piece equals the source of the world's final laughter. So, the One Piece is not only a physical treasure, it is the story of whose ending must be joyful. And Luffy is the only one that can handle it. Good morning from India. Good morning. Have a cup of coffee for me and some eggs. Have one egg, one whole egg, a half a cup of egg whites, two slices of Ezekiel bread, and avocado. Number 5, part 5. Your theory's conclusion. The One Piece equals the living continuation of laughter. You're not saying the treasure is only a person. You're saying the meaning of the treasure, the emotion, the purpose, and the fulfillment of it is carried forward through Luffy. Roger didn't find an object. He found a story waiting for the person who embodies laughter itself. So the laugh tale was born, a place and a prophecy. A prophecy of the one who will make the world laugh again, and that one is Monkey D. Luffy. Final scholar's statement before I go on this tangent. Laugh Tale is not just the final island, it is the emotional blueprint of the ending. And Luffy with Nika's joy, Joy Boy's will, and D lineage, is the living embodiment of everything Laugh Tale represents us. If Laugh Tale is the tale of joy, Luffy is the one that completes the tale. Luffy is the One Piece. And that is part 5. But since I got all of y'all on here, I am going to take some time to tell you to do not go see the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. That movie was so bad. If anybody is ever watching this, please know that that movie was terrible. That was a very bad movie that was produced. I don't know who approved of that. I don't know who sat down and wrote it. I don't know who then greenlit it. Jujutsu Kaisen is peak. It is. That movie wasn't. The Jujutsu Kaisen is peak. That movie was bad. That movie was terrible. That movie made no sense. And this is coming from somebody that gladly reports on Jujutsu Kaisen. You can go all throughout my page. I report on Jujutsu Kaisen, y'all. Y'all can go to my same name, IG, TikTok, Snap, all that same name. And I will still say the same thing. The Jujutsu Kaisen is buns. Hot buns. Toaster buns. That movie was not good. Thank you. Your boy likes games. That movie was an L. That was a dub. That movie is a dub, y'all. One Piece. Oh, I love One Piece, y'all. You know, I always say that One Piece is, Luffy is the One Piece. I do plan on watching the second season of the live action. Why do y'all hate live action so much? I will never know. I don't understand why y'all hate live action so much and why y'all just automatically want to hate it. And I know a lot of people have said, you know, it's never as good as as the um as the animation. It's not supposed to be as good as the animation. It's its own separate thing. It's its own separate thing. So yes, I support One Piece. I have a whole bunch of One Piece stuff in my closet. You will get the live action review here. I'm about to make some videos to report on Oda, which reminds me. Hold on. Which reminds me. Y'all, there is something that I do want to report, but if y'all don't take nothing else from this live, wait, I can't report on it yet. Phone dead. But I will make videos and report on it. That Jujutsu Kaisen movie was trash. For those of y'all that love One Piece, I totally understand, Peyton. I like One Piece as well. It's not my favorite anime of all times, but it is an anime that I thoroughly enjoy. And I recommend everybody to watch it and enjoy it. But I also recommend y'all to give the live action a chance. Don't go in there with the One Piece mindset. That's the problem, y'all. Y'all get on here and y'all come here with this anime mindset when y'all go to watch live action. No. It is its own separate entity that is extremely unrelated. That's how I look at it. I look at it as its own separate entity that's unrelated. It has nothing to do with it. But if you don't hear nothing else I say, y'all, before I get off on here, because I got to go to work, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie is bad. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie is bad. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie is bad. It is buns. It is terrible. It didn't make sense. And the only time it did make sense was at the very end. And then the movie ended. I was like, well, what just happened? I didn't understand nothing that happened in that movie. I can't even recap for you because I don't even know what it's about. Okay, number one, this was the first thing that it was bad. Mind you, I usually watch my movies in sub and dub. Nothing made sense. Like, I was like, why are they fighting? Where did that person come from? Why are they fighting? Why is nobody making sense that they're fighting? I was like, people fighting don't know, doesn't make sense. People dying, don't know why they dying. It's like, why are we fighting? Like, what is like what sense is this? I understood what the gist what they were trying to do, but then I was like, wait, this really doesn't even make sense. Y'all was just randomly fighting. It's like they took scenes from like different episodes that they wanted to put out, and then they like threw it together. And was like, oh, here's a movie. Because then at the very end, I got to the end, I was like, but it ain't got nothing to do with this. What is the and the end actually made sense. I was like, oh, wait. This the end. I was like, oh, wait. Once it was, I didn't even know it was the end. I was like, oh, wait, this making sense. Okay, now I can get into it. Movie ended. I'm like, what? What? Now, y'all, don't go see that movie. Save your coin. Don't go see that movie. Save your coin. Well, y'all, I do gotta go to work. If you would like to hear my life at times at my job, some story times, I will gladly tell y'all. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, come back. Yes, One Piece will be going seasonal next year. Oda's tired. Their labor laws are different than our labor laws here in the country. So Oda will be going. It will be going seasonal. So Oda can put it out there. I know folks don't want that, but we want Oda to feel better, right? So he can give it to us. Now, I do know Oda has safe plans. Oda's a smart man. I know he has safe plans. So if he was to ever, go on home to be with the Lord, there are like, I know stuff already planned out. So it will go a certain way and then someone else will just take over. But we want a season. We want him to feel better so he can give us what we want. But I do love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share, come back. Your favorite uncle loves you always. And y'all, there's nothing you can do about that. I tell you all the time, there's nothing you can do about that.